The conflict between Israel and Lebanon has deep historical roots that can be traced back to biblical times. While modern geopolitical conflicts differ in context, the Bible provides a backdrop for understanding ancient tensions and relationships between the people of Israel and Lebanon, particularly the region known as Phoenicia in ancient times, which encompasses a part of modern day Lebanon. Modern day Lebanon holds significant biblical relevance and it is home to several key regions and cities mentioned throughout scriptures. Lebanon was part of ancient Phoenicia, known for its seafaring and trading. Major cities like Tyre and Sidon were within Phoenicia's territory, but both of which were mentioned numerous times in the Bible. Examples of this is in Isaiah 23, Ezekiel 26 to 28, and Matthew 15, verse 21. A Phoenician princess from Sidon, her name is Jezebel, became the wife of Israel's king Ahab. She is a key figure in the Bible for leading Israel into the worship of Phoenician god Baal, causing religious conflict and apostasy in Israel. 1 Kings chapter 16 verse 31 to verse 33. The prophet Elijah also had a significant encounter in Zarephath, a town in Phoenicia where he performed miracles that's found in 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 8 to 24. The famous cedars of Lebanon were highly valued for their wood, which was used in major construction projects including Solomon's temple and the palace. This is found in 1 Kings chapter 5 verse 6 and Psalms 92 verse 12. The cedars symbolize strength and durability in biblical literature. Lebanon, known for its majestic cedar trees, is frequently mentioned in the Bible as neighboring regions to ancient Israel. The cedar trees of Lebanon were highly prized and were used in construction of Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. Hiram, the king of Tyre, a major city in Phoenicia, present-day Lebanon, was a close ally of King David and King Solomon, providing resources and craftsmanship to help build the temple. 1 Kings chapter 5 verse 1 to 12 details the peaceful alliance between Solomon and Hiram in the cooperation in the building of the temple. In Isaiah chapter 2 verse 13 and Psalms 92 verse 12 refers to the cedars of Lebanon, symbolizing strength and beauty. Lebanon's people, particularly the Phoenicians, had various interactions with Israel. For example, Hiram the king of Tyre formed an alliance with King David, later with Solomon, providing materials for the temple. While these were periods of peace and cooperation, such as in the reign of David and Solomon, there was also moments of conflict and tension. Prophets of Israel, including Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Joel, foretold judgment against Tyre and Sidon due to their pride, exploitation, and hostility towards Israel. In Joel chapter 3 verse 4, the prophet condemns Tyre and Sidon for their treatment of God's people and predicted divine judgment. In Ezekiel 28 verse 1 to 19, this prophecy speaks against the pride of the king of Tyre, comparing him to a fallen cherub and foretelling the city's destruction. Isaiah 23 prophesies the fall of Tyre as part of God's judgment against the nation. Lebanon and its cities, particularly Tyre and Sidon, were the subjects of many biblical prophecies, often as a warning against pride and paganism. Mount Hermon, on the other hand, is part of the mountain range located between Israel, Syria, and Lebanon. Mount Hermon is often associated with Lebanon. It is frequently mentioned in the Bible as the region that marks the northern boundary of Israel and is praised for its beauty. In Psalms 133 verse 3, the Bible says, "It is like a dew of Hermon which falls on the mountains of Zion." The verse shows the symbolic connection between Lebanon's Mount Hermon with God's blessing upon Israel. During Jesus' earthly ministry, he visited the region of Tyre and Sidon. He performed miracles there and interacting with a Canaanite woman, demonstrating that his message extends beyond Israel to the Gentiles. Beyond the specific use of its cedars for construction, The region of Lebanon itself was often symbolic of majesty and strength. In Psalms 104, verse 16, the trees of the Lord are well watered, the cedars of Lebanon that he planted. This highlights Lebanon as a symbol of divine creation and blessing. The love poetry in the Song of Solomon often use Lebanon to represent beauty, strength, and a place of great fragrance. Lebanon was part of a broader geographical area known as Canaan in biblical times. The region included many people groups with whom Israel interacted both positively and negatively. The Phoenicians in Lebanon were known for their trade and seafaring, but some of their religious practices, such as the worship of Baal, brought about conflicts with Israel. Joshua 13, verse 5 to 6, outlines the boundaries of the land that was to be given to Israelites and includes the region of Lebanon. God promises to drive out the inhabitants of Lebanon as part of Israel's conquest of the Promised Land. The Bible says, in the land of the Jebuelites and all Lebanon, toward the sunrise from Baal Gad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamat. In Judges 13, verse 1 to 3, the Bible mentions the nations that the Lord left to test Israel, including the Sidonians, inhabitants of modern day Lebanon, which shows that Israel's relationship with Lebanon was part of its ongoing struggle with foreign influence and idolatry. In several prophetic books, Lebanon is used symbolically to describe both judgment and restoration for Israel and other nations. In Zechariah chapter 11 verse 1, "Open your doors, O Lebanon, so that fire may devour your cedars." This prophecy speaks to a coming destruction, likely symbolizing judgment on Lebanon or using Lebanon as a metaphor for devastation. In Isaiah 35, verse 2, in the message of hope and restoration, Lebanon is portrayed as flourishing under God's blessing. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it. The splendor of Carmel and Sharon, they will see the glory of the Lord, the splendor of our God. Though the direct interaction between Israel and Lebanon is not prominent in the New Testament, Jesus himself has connection with the region around modern Lebanon. Jesus himself visited the region of Tyre and Sidon, where he performed miracles. These were ancient cities in Phoenicia, which is now modern Lebanon. In Matthew chapter 15, verse 21 to verse 28, Jesus healed the daughter of Canaanite, a Syro-Phoenician woman from this region. This encounter shows that Jesus extended his ministry beyond the boundaries of Israel and interacted with people from Lebanon. As noted before, the relationship between Israel and Lebanon, particularly during the time of David and Solomon, included robust trade agreements. Tyre and Sidon, the Phoenician cities, were wealthy merchant cities. Ezekiel 27 describes the wealth and glory of Tyre, including its trade with Israel and other nations. Though this chapter later prophesies its downfall, it highlights the significant economic and connections between Israel and Lebanon. In Christian theology, Lebanon's reference in the Bible are sometimes interpreted spiritually. For example, the cedars of Lebanon can symbolize strength, endurance, and in faith in God. In certain traditions, Lebanon's mountains and forests are seen as metaphors of spiritual ascent and growth. In summary, the biblical connections between Israel and Lebanon are multifaceted, including geography, trade, political alliance, spiritual symbols, and prophetic declarations. The relationship spans cooperation, conflict, divine messages, and judgment and restoration. Though the Bible reflects an ancient conflict, these connections help shape an understanding of the ongoing complex relationship between the region of Israel and Lebanon today. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you here next time. God bless you.